Hello everyone, how are you? I'm doing fine. Welcome to the couch. I am doing some more bead weaving. I hope you enjoyed the last video I posted with my cute little rainbow dash. But what I thought I would do is a more thorough kind of demonstration of how I start these things. And since I need to use another color of thread, I'm using a purple Nymo now. I thought I would just go ahead and show you how I like to do it. It's totally easy, not intimidating once you see what I'm talking about. So I just thread my needle, and I like to use a short needle for this because it's annoying not to. So I flip my pattern over this way. I usually start here with the leg and do the back leg first and kind of do this part. But I'm going to flip it around so that I can do the tail. Oops. So I can do just the tail for us. So I'm going to start here. Okay. I didn't show you like in depth how to do a ladder stitch last time, so why don't we just do that? So I'm going to bring you in a wee bit. There's 2 beads, okay? Delicas. I like to leave a tail just so I have something to hold on to. And I go up through the first bead. Pull. Then I go down through the second bead. And I have this little pair of beads sitting next to each other. And the pattern calls for 3, so I'm going to add 3, or 1 more bead to make 3. Okay, and I'm going to go up through the bead I just added. Right? So I've got this, and it'll tighten up a bit as we go, but it's pretty good as it is. Now for the second row, I need to what I call expand, just by 1 bead though, or half a bead if you will. So I'm going to take a dark bead, so I'm doing the edge, and then I need a lighter purple for the inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the thread bridge, the very first thread bridge on this side. Okay, and that's going to push the outline out by half a bead, and then I'm going to go up through the light purple bead. It's always a little bit picky in the beginning, but once we get going, it'll be okay. Just to get these settled in. Settle in, y'all. Come on. And I like to kind of hold. It's only fussy like this for the first row. Hold the thread kind of like that, and then pull, and then go up through the lighter bead because it's on the inside. There we go. Boom. There we go. Okay. My pattern calls for 2 of these light beads. So we're going to take a light and then pass up through the next thread bridge like this. Up through the bead we just put on. There. Now we've got this. So my pattern calls for 1, 2, 3, 4 more of the dark purple. So to add one more, when there's no thread bridge, there's nothing here, what I like to do is I just go through. You are going through a thread bridge. It's the one that you went through for the previous bead, okay? So there is something you're going through, you just can't really see it. And that takes a little bit of practice, but you will get it. You just need to swing kind of inside here, and then you'll catch it. Okay, so we've got this one on, and I need 3 more. So we're going to ladder stitch them on. So I've picked up one. I'm going to go up through the bead we just added. And down, not before pulling it and holding it with your other hand. Okay, so there's the first one that I've laddered on. I'm going to do it again. So I'm coming out this way, and we're going to go around in a circle. So I'm going to go back through it from the top down. Okay, and back up through it. And one more. Now we're coming out this way. So we're gonna we're gonna drop our stuff. Okay. So we're gonna come up this way. Come on, there we go. Okay, now we're coming up through the second bead in the row. We need to come out the bottom way, like this. And that means what we're gonna have to do is go around the thread bridge where I'm facing it the wrong way. I'm facing the pattern, the correct way of the direction of the pattern away from me because I find it easier. I'm going to go through around the thread bridge down on the underside here so that I can go back up through this end bead. There, now I'm coming out the end. And my pattern needs me to expand by half a bead again, so I need a dark. And a light. We go through that first thread bridge. Up through the light. And that's how you get this kind of half bead extension, like that. And you just keep doing that as need be. When you need to shrink back down by 1, then you just add 1 bead to the thread bridge on the edge rather than 2 like this, like I just did. You would just add 1. She is what I call a color sensitive pattern because so much of her is white. I'm using 3 very pale shades. I've got like a really light kind of pear color almost for back here. The outlines are shown in gray on here on the pattern, but I'm using a frosted white. And for the main body, her main color, I'm using a pearly white. It's a Miyuki Delica, color number DB221 in case you're interested. And her mane and her tail are 2 shades of purple, as you can see. So the thing with Rainbow is she was easy to weave. She didn't have anything that was particularly color sensitive about her. All the colors, except the blues, were opaques, like the yellow and the orange and the red, and even this purple up here. Those are all opaques, so I could use 1 thread color for the whole thing. But for this one, I can't, because if I used a purple thread, then you'd see it through the white, and if I use the white where the purple is, then you'll see it kind of on the edges where I have to, where it's just gonna show, because I'm doing it in the brick style like I showed you last time. So I thought what I would do is, I'll show you my progress. There's her legs, and there's where part of her tail kind of comes in front of the legs. So, and I happen to run out of white thread like I was using, which is fine. The white thread is just like, whoa! It waves at you. It's super bright white, right? So when you need to shrink your row down and you only need 1 bead on the edge and it doesn't match your thread, and in this case it really won't match because it's purple and the body of my work is white, that's why I thought I would explain this to you. So that's sort of a more thorough, in-depth explanation of the stuff I was talking about in the previous video. I hope that because I had a little more time today, I thought I would kind of elaborate a bit further on that for you. And I hope that it helps you if you're interested in doing this kind of thing. I hope you are, because I really enjoy it. It's very relaxing. It's a nice soothing thing to do. Plus, you get to break out your really fun colored beads and just have a ball. So find an image of something that you really like. If you can find it already done in a peyote chart, then that's great. If you can't, there are other things. There are sites out there that can change your desired image into a peyote pattern. And some sites will even allow you to use, it gives you several selections. It'll ask you what kind of stitch you want. It'll ask you what kind of bead you want to use, like if you want to use a delica, or if you prefer a rocaille bead, a round bead, then it'll make a design that accommodates for that. So if you have the perfect color but it's in a round, that's okay. You can just select that in the pattern, and that'll help. It'll make adjustments for that. Most of the patterns I use don't work with rocailles. They only work with delicas, because they need to lie together really tightly. And I find that that when you weave with the cylinder shape, it just, because they can lock up so tight, it's more durable. That's what I've found along my travels. So anyhow, I hope that that is helpful, and I hope you give it a try. If you do, don't forget to hop on my Facebook page and post an image of what you made. Don't be shy about it. And thank you again for letting me into your homes to explain this to you and teach you this. Hopefully you found it educational and useful. Once again, turn that red subscription button from red to gray, and you will get a bell, and in that, to be notified of future uploads, you need to click the bell. It's free. And yeah, you will get push notifications on mobile and email on your desktop if you prefer that. Anyway, that's about enough out of me. So I will talk to you in the very near future. All right? Happy beading. I will see you later. Bye-bye.